What's up, everyone? Chris from PickDogs.com here with your free live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Always show up, no excuses, rain or shine. We're always here. And we got a decent card today, full 15-game baseball slate, one NHL matchup, and NBA taking a day off for us today on Saturday, which is a little bit odd considering you think maybe this is when they'd want to have the games on and lights the brightest, but again, maybe it's just one of those scheduling things. But we still got decent card here. We got some great Handicappers coming on. I'm going to give you some free picks for today's action. But just a reminder for everybody, if you want, smash that like button. It helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you a cent. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the new content drops here at Pick Dogs or when we go live. Get those best bets in and get the best bets in from these fantastic Handicappers. But we'll start things off. Lead off with our power hitter, Ron Romanelli. Ron, how's it going?
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. The wounds are still a little bit fresh. You know that as well as I do, but it's okay. I'm taking the stance of a typical Leafs fan. It's always next year.
Yeah, I hear you have some more free time on your hands, just like I do.
Yeah, I heard we're gonna be meeting up for the Leafs and Islanders golf tournament. So
yep.
I'm gonna be bringing my putter. That's all I know how to use. I'm terrible.
Yeah, but it's always next year, and but I think both of our cores are starting to run out. I think the ceiling, is shrinking. We got to get a cup in the next couple of years, or the dream is dead. Especially with Matthews as a UFA in the next couple of years. So
yeah, I'm hoping that they do everything they can to run it back and drop Sheldon Keefe. I never understood the coach sign to begin with. But
so is it the head coach or is it the GM? Because a lot of people say it's the GM.
I think it should be the head coach. I think Dubas has done a really good job. He brought in the perfect mix of veterans. He's made all the right moves. He just hasn't picked the best head coach. And like I said, Sheldon Keefe, yeah, you got it's like you and I talked about, and it's like I've said on our videos and even on those watch alongs. It's one thing if the Leafs win a series to be able to try to shut up all the trolls and say, "Oh, 2004, I haven't won a series in 19 years." But in the grand scheme of things, teams win first round playoff series all the time. Teams, when you win a playoff series, it's only a quarter of the way there, and they have to start realizing that. But anyways, we're past hockey season for a Leafs fan. Now we're moving on to baseball. And you got a baseball matchup today. Which game are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm looking at that Astros and White Sox game. The White Sox, obviously disappointing here so far, 13-27 overall, 6-11 at home. Their bullpen's been one of the worst in the league. And even their ace, Dylan Cease, who was right up there in the AL Cy Young voting last year, he's struggling this season. A couple of guys that were strong starters last year are struggling to start this season. But, Cease at 5.58 ERA, his last couple of starts, his control's been all over the place. But he's still missing bats. He's still earning strikeouts. He's got 49 strikeouts and 40 in the third innings of work. He's facing an Astros team that, in the last couple of games, they've been able to get to some right-handed starters, but some weak right-handed starters, guys like Michael Kopech and Griffin Canning. Dylan Cease is much better than those guys, and Dylan Cease already pitched pretty well. He proved himself against these Astros back at the beginning of the season, 6 1/3 of one-run ball with 10 strikeouts. So, to me, you look at the Astros' numbers overall this season, isolated power, they're ranked 27th in baseball against righties. Team OPS, they're near the bottom of the league as well against right-handed pitchers. I think this is a good spot for Cease to bounce back at home, put together a quality start for his team. And, Brandon Bielak, he was not supposed to be in this rotation. The Astros are dealing with injuries. Luis Garcia was the big injury for them. And, he gives up a lot of base hits. His first start, he was able to miss a lot of bats, but I think those strikeouts were more lucky than anything else. He had no strikeouts in his last game, 4 2/3 against the Mariners, 10 base hits allowed. He's given up a home run in each of his first 2 games. The control's been off. I think the White Sox have improved. They've gotten a little bit healthier in the lineup as well. So their numbers against righties and lefties have improved the last couple of weeks. I think this is a good spot for their offense to get on the board early. Cease can put together a good outing. And although it's never easy to, hold a lead with this White Sox team and that bullpen, I still think that they're up enough early on to hold on to that lead, win the game in the end. So you could take White Sox first 5. The price isn't really the best there. So I'd rather just take the White Sox in the full game money line.
Yeah, I was waffling back and forth. So I think in the video I took the Astros, but now I'm starting to maybe switch course here. I'm not feeling as good as on Brandon Bielak as I first did. But personal opinion, do you think it's time for the Astros to hit the panic button with that rotation, the shambles the way it is?
It's crazy because this, like I said, the team's struggling against righties. Most teams are going to face a righty, 5 out of 7 days during the week, and the rotation is not really that great on paper. And even the bullpen at times, I mean, it's a good bullpen still, but we've seen them struggle at times. For them to be 20-18 is pretty impressive, and they've played really well on the road. I don't know if I'd hit panic. There's guys in the lineup that are, guys like Jose Abreu, who've had a great career that are just really having a slow start to the season. That if they can get the boost from those guys, they're also missing Jose Altuve. So, there's a lot of things I think Houston can do to get back to where we've seen them in the past. I don't think they're going to be, nearly as dominant as they were last year and in years prior. The division's a lot tougher. The Rangers are playing very well, the Angels as well. But I don't know if I'd hit panic, but I'd definitely be concerned that the beginning of the end is near for the Astros dynasty.
Yeah, I took the words right out of my mouth. I think I wouldn't hit it just yet, but I think there's cause for concern with this with this Astros team. But anyways, Ron, what do you have going on today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it was an awful day yesterday for me in Major League Baseball, and overall the month of May has just not been good. Looking to bounce back, though, I'm still confident. It's a long season. I think we're going to get there. And today I really like my best bet, Ron's Rundown, $19 best bet. Looking to cash that on the money line, a pretty good price there. And I also have another baseball play that long-term subscribers can get, another money line play in baseball. So no NBA today, only one NHL, just focusing on Major League Baseball. Let's have a bounce back day, and good luck to everybody out there.
All right, Ron Romanelli, you heard it. He's got Ron's Rundown $19 best bet, and he's got the rundown video on our YouTube channel, and it said tons of baseball content from Ron. You can't go wrong. But Ron, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow.
All righty, Chris. Good luck.
Thanks. You too. Ron Romanelli, you can find him over at our Pick Dogs YouTube channel, doing a ton of great work. Find him over at Pick Dogs Premium as well. But we'll now bring in Wayne Scott. So it's a bit of a smaller card today. So we're trying to see if maybe people are gonna file in a little bit later. But we got Wayne here for us. Wayne, what's going on?
What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
No, not much, man. Like I said, I'm still reeling a little bit from the hockey game last night. I'm still a little bit groggy this morning, but as well as I do, the show must go on.
Yes, I'm mad I missed it, man. I caught the first game. It's not like I wanted to sit there and see y'all go in shambles, but you guys did a great job on that first game. It was fun just listening to y'all and hearing the in-game commentating from y'all. But I need to go back and watch that second game.
I appreciate it. Trust me. The only thing you're going to be sitting there watching is me and Rob maybe sweating for longer than we should have, and then the level of disappointment when everything starts to really sink in. I think you watch it more for Rod's reactions to the goals and maybe to the no goal for the 15 minutes that we're sitting there. And I'm on pins and needles. I think Rod had to mute his mic a couple times, especially when they ruled it no goal, because we didn't want an explicit rating on the channel. But
I was in tune, man. I know some of our cappers don't watch a lot of hockey. I am one that watches hockey. I'm like Mitch, though. I'm not going to be able to name every player, but I love playoff hockey. I caught the game yesterday. I seen the Maple Leafs trying to dig back. I was with y'all halfway there, like, oh, they're going to be able to do it. So, yeah, man, Florida Panthers, man, they done shocked a lot of people.
Yeah, they've earned their spot. But I tell everybody, if you're not into hockey and you want to at least give it a try, watch a playoff game, because that is where you can get anybody into hockey if you just watch a playoff game.
I love the hits, man. If you like football, it's going to be hard for you not to like hockey if you catch it during the right games. Like, yeah, they be banging out there, and I love that, man. The intensity. Of course, I love goals and good passing and seeing stuff like that. But those hits and the fights is it's what I'm there for.
Yeah, 100%. But so we go from the ice now to the diamond. You're on a baseball play today as well. What do you got for us?
Yeah, we're going to go to this game between the Braves and the Blue Jays. And Braves been getting pretty owned by the Blue Jays. They're 0-7 in their last 7 meetings, and they're 0-4 in their last 4 in Toronto. They lost yesterday, getting shut out by Bassett, having a great game. But today in this one, they have Berrios on the mound and Elder. Berrios is 3-3. Elder is 3-0. Berrios has a 4.9 ERA on the season, and Elder has a 1.7. Definitely leaning towards Elder in this pitching matchup. The thing I love about this, why I'm way more confident on the Braves, I just love their bats in this one. I think they bring their bats. Braves are also 4-0, the only team left that's 4-0 as road dogs. They lost yesterday on the road, but they were favorite. Today they are road dogs. And I believe that stat helps out with Barrios on the mound today. And Braves in equal rest, they're third. So anytime they're coming in with equal rest situation and they're not in a rest advantage, they're third. They win, quite frankly, a lot in that situation. And coming off a loss, the Braves are do well. I just love the Braves in this situation. Better pitcher on the mound, way better, consistent hitting team. And I'm taking the Braves here with the plus money.
And not often you're going to get a team that's 15-4 on the road at plus money. So I understand the angle. I won't lie to you. I was on the Blue Jays mainly A, because I'm a homer, but B, because Jose Barrios. But the thing with him is that, yeah, he's been a dumpster fire at times over the last couple of years, basically since the Blue Jays picked him up. But the thing about Barrios for me is that his home road splits are sort of what, like Jekyll and Hyde. Last year he had an ERA of 6 on the road, 4 at home. This year it's about the same on the road. But so far through 3 starts, a .75 ERA at home. So for me, it wouldn't surprise me if the Braves put the boots to Barrios here. I think his first career start against him. Let me just get the number here. I think he gave up 9 runs against the Braves in his first start against them. So he is capable of getting tossed around. Yeah, sorry, 9 runs over 5 2/3. He was a member of the Minnesota Twins at that point, but still capable of getting beat up. So I struggled with this one. This is why it didn't even come close to making the premium list for me. Because like you said, there's definite value with a team that's won 15 games on the road, 4-0 as a road underdog. The other side, Barrios has pitched well at home. So which one's going to show up? So
you're trying to tell me the best time to back Barrios is at home if you are going to back him? He plays a lot better at home.
The probability that he's going to pitch a little bit better is when he's at home. That trust me. I've said this time and time again, and this is probably going to get clipped. I'm not trying to make a joke of it. Barrios pitching is as trustworthy as a fart after Taco Bell. You can't trust it. It's like you may be okay through some of it, but there's always that possibility that something bad is going to happen. And this could be one of those days. It would not surprise me. Atlanta's been hitting really right-handers really well this season. So
every day they're top 5, at least top 7 in every batting statistical order. I'm like, man, I'm trying to find some dirt on what they're doing bad. I mean, this Atlanta team, besides taking a couple tough losses, man, they're playing about as good as baseball as you can play right now. So definitely don't want to fade them right now.
Yeah, true enough. So I'll ask you personal opinion. There's no pressure for a right answer here. What do you have as your World Series matchup right now, right today?
This early, no answer for you, Chris.
No answer. Gate. All right. The only reason. Go ahead. I'll tell you my. Early, man. I was going to say I'll tell you my answer. The only reason why I said that is because I thought this game could be a potential World Series preview. That's the only reason why I asked you.
I mean, I can see it with the bats. I definitely think the Blue Jays could use a little better pitching, but hey man, bats at pitching like that, and if you can get some of the old Barrios, I have seen Barrios have some great games earlier, a couple years back. Like it's been a while since I've seen a consistent Barrios, but I've definitely seen him string together some good ball. But these two, yeah, Braves, but I can't get with you on the Blue Jays. Not quite yet. But I like the bats, man. They have a great batting lineup. I love watching Blue Jays. They're going to homer that thing left and right. But pitching concerns me with them. Pitching does.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Toronto had the Raptors in 2019, but outside of that, Raptors in playoff success the last 5 years has been like the plague. It just it's not good. It doesn't happen. But anyways, got Wade here on the Braves over the Blue Jays at plus money. What do you got going over on at Pick Dogs Premium today?
On Pick Dogs Premium today, you can go on the site and get my best bet in the MLB. I'm already locked and loaded in that. I have 3 plays in MLB all together, but only 1 for sale. So if you want to see what those other 2 are, grab some long term, my 3-day, 7-day, or my monthly. Pair me up with one of these handicappers. Always use that promo code PICK so you can save a few bucks on these bets. And let's cash for this weekend. Little card, but good value. So let's get some money.
Yeah, it is a small card, but like you said, there's definitely money to be made. There's money to be made in every game. So yeah, definitely hop on with Wayne over at Pick Dogs Premium. If you get a day pass, profit with those daily picks, and then you get something long term. It's in your best value. It's maximum value, best bang for your buck. Like Wayne said, a lot of us have plays that don't necessarily make the package. It doesn't mean we don't like them. Just the same as premium plays, we get them in there for long term subscribers as well. So you get the bonus there as well. Makes the plays just a lot cheaper than buying them individually. But Wade, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Always. Thank you for having me. Yes, sir. I'll be here tomorrow. A lot more tomorrow. So.
All right, we'll see you, Wayne. Thanks.
Peace.
It's Wayne Scott. Always love talking shop with Wayne, especially baseball. Maybe as a Blue Jays fan, I have a little bit of my own opinion in that game, but I've been wrong on the Blue Jays plenty, and I will probably be wrong on them plenty some more. But anyways, we'll bring in Rod Zawacki, my fellow puck dog. We went live last night. We had 4 hours of each other last night, 4.5 hours of each other. Decided we couldn't get sick of each other. We decided to do the morning show again together today. So, what's going on?
No, not too much. Nice sunny day. Going to be a hot one today. I think I can feel it already. So, going to be a nice day to watch some nice baseball. We got a seventh game here going. Definitely got some good small compact card, but there's definitely some gems we can find to make some money.
Yeah, absolutely. It's he said small card, but like I said, we were sort of planning for this. We knew the NBA and NHL seasons were going to end eventually, and had to sort of prepare ourselves for days where we would only have MLB. So I think that's what we're in right now, and it's that's what they call the dog days of summer, right? So
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But what do you got today for us for the morning show?
For the morning show, we're gonna head to MLB. We're gonna go with the Angels taking on the Guardians. The Angels got the win late yesterday. Top of the ninth, scored 2 to take the 5-4 win. This one today, we got Reed Detmers on the mound for the Angels, and so far on the road this season, 0-2 with a 4.7 ERA is Reed Detmers. He's not a bad pitcher. He averages about 6 strikeouts a game. He'll give you 4 or 5 innings of work, and he can be up and down. I've seen him have some really bad road starts, and I've seen him have some really solid starts. We've seen this same matchup with Cal Quantrill on the other side for the Guardians. He's 2-2 on the season with a 3.89 ERA with a 1.32 WHIP. Guardians are 4-1 in his last 5 starts, so he's definitely been improving and pitching better. We've seen, as I said, we've seen the same matchup last season, and then it resulted in a 4-1 Angels win in that one. And both bullpens have been solid besides the little rough up they had last night where they gave up 2 in the top of the ninth. But both bullpens averaging giving about 2 runs when they come in. I think both pitchers have a great start today, and I'm gonna go with the under 8.5. I see it at. The books dropped it down from the 9. I guess they didn't like the push, so they dropped it down to 8.5 off of the 9 that it was last night. But I think you look at Cal Quantrill, I think he shuts down this Angels lineup early in the first 5, and the bullpen does enough to keep this under the total. I think most of the scoring does come late, like we've seen yesterday. We've seen 4 runs late in the later innings, and I think that's where it comes. You look at these Guardians, 24-2 in the last 26 to that under, and you look Angels 5-4, 5-4-1, so about 50-50 to the over to the under. But I think Cal Quantrill is the X marks on the equation that he holds down the Angels here to maybe 1-2 runs at the most, and then throws it over to the bullpen there. So I'm going to go with the under 8.5 here. I like it. Runs come at a premium in this game.
Yeah, I like the under there. I think I also like the Guardians. Kyle Quantrill, normally a pitcher that pitches well at home. I think coming into this season, the Guardians had won 13 straight starts by Quantrill at home. He started he started his career 13 or 14-0 at home. It was like a team record or something like that. Then lost his first 2 starts of this year. So what do I do last time out? I went against him at home, and he throws 7 one-hit shutout innings. And I think we saw Quantrill get back on track. I don't really trust this Angels lineup right now. I don't know. They're playing some decent baseball, but they've lost 4 of their last 6 coming into this one. Yeah, I think you could have a low scoring game here, but I think it's one of the Guardians come out on top. Yeah, right. So I don't know. What do you think of the long term prospects for the Angels? Do they keep Ohtani? He's going to be probably evaluated around the $500 million mark, if not more, coming into the offseason.
Coming into the offseason, right? Can they afford to have Ohtani at that price and Trout? That's the big question. It's like, can you keep both guys at that kind of price? 2 players on a baseball team definitely don't make a team. So you need 9 guys on the field to sport a baseball team, and that's just going minimum. So I don't know. He might not be an Angel for too much longer. I can see him go somewhere else.
Well, I think they said they maybe consider offloading him, or he maybe consider asking for a trade if they're not in contention or something like that. I don't remember the exact terminology that was used, but yeah, I don't know.
They have their one golden goose, and it's Trout. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna unload him and try to get the most value they can for him.
I like Trout, but I think they put their eggs in the wrong basket. To be honest, I know Trout was there well before Ohtani, but problem is now Trout can't stay healthy.
He get right. That's a big issue for him too.
It's always been, and the problem for Trout is that it's in their injuries that flare up more often than others. They're back injuries more often than not.
Back injuries, yeah, those are huge because one day you wake up and you're like, ah!
Yeah, you feel a twinge and you can't get out of bed.
Then you can't get out of bed. Yeah. Yeah. You bend over to pick up a sock wrong and you're hooped.
Why did I just imagine Mike Trout bending over to pick up a sock and like, damn it.
Help!
Yeah. Oh man. All right. What do you got going on over today at Pick Dogs Premium for everybody?
And over Pick Dogs Premium today, I've got 4 plays on the board. I've got my $20 MLB bookie home run. First time I put this play up, going with the $20 play in the MLB, since we're wrapping up hockey, and we're gonna go with that there. I've got a couple. I got 1 NHL bonus play and 1 play in the MLB for long-term subscribers. Scoop it up, grab a 3-day pass, and join me this weekend. Make some money and crush the Wookiees.
Yeah, it's the best way to go. So if you're gonna get the daily pass, use that, and when you profit with those picks, you can go long term, get the most value, get the most bang for your buck, and just a way to go. And, it's why those long term passes are on the websites for people who want to hop on long term and make the picks. Dollars or sometimes even pennies per play if you go with a year long subscription. You do the 2-for-1 capper deal as well with anyone that you saw on the show today. Just to get 2 great cappers for one fantastic price. It's cheaper than buying each one individually more often than not. So definitely something I would recommend everybody checks out over at Pick Dogs Premium. But Rod, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And we already did our Pick Dogs video for tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow.
You have yourself a good day. Go Celtics.
With the hat on, I was wondering who you were picking for tomorrow's game.
I wonder who I'm picking today. Go Celtics.
Problem with Rod is a dead giveaway. You can tell whenever we're talking about a game, either wears the Oilers hat. He wore the Gonzaga hat when we were talking college hoops. It was today's the Celtics hat for the game tomorrow. Rod has a terrible poker face. It starts on the hat. But anyways, we'll move on to my play again. It was just a smaller card today, smaller group of cappers, trying to stretch this out into half an hour for all you guys. And let's see my play. I've been trying to go on the fly. I was trying to let everybody else have first crack and everything. But I'm gonna go with the Boston Red Sox here against the St. Louis Cardinals. Take the Red Sox on the money line. The St. Louis Cardinals, continue to be one of the most disappointing teams in baseball this season. Yeah, they've been able to pick up some wins here and there. They're 4-6 in their last 10. It's still 14-25 on the year overall. And now they're sending Steven Matz to the mound. And Matt's a pitcher for me that has not been great over the course of his career. Ironically enough, he had that one great season in Toronto and decided to cash in on that and took his talents to St. Louis. Well, the problem is those talents kind of fell flat, and now he's really struggling to find his form again. He's looking more like Steven Matz that struggled through his time with the Mets and was looking at getting demoted time and time again. And the problem here is that you're going up against the Boston Red Sox team that's hot right now. I mean, the whole AL East is hot. I mean, the AL East has 5 teams with 21 or more wins. And entering Friday, they were the only division that had obviously 5 or more teams with 21 wins. But every other division in baseball only had 1 team with 21 plus victories this season. That's how good the AL East has been this season. I just think that Chris Sale, maybe we're starting to see Chris Sale sort of resurrect his career a little bit. There was always concern for me that Sale was kind of going to be, I don't want to say one and done, but that he wasn't going to be what he once was prior to all these injuries. And you look at his last 2 starts at Fenway, he got roughed up in his debut at Fenway, gave up 7 runs over 3 innings against the Orioles. But his last 2 starts against the Twins and Guardians combined 2 runs allowed on 6 hits, over 12 1/3 innings of work, 16 strikeouts, just 2 walks. The Cardinals have not been good against lefties last 2 weeks, 27th in baseball in both isolated power and team OPS. I think the Red Sox getting minus 130 here at home with Sale on the mound, pretty good price. So I'm going to take Chris Sale and the Red Sox on the money line. And for me over at Pick Dogs Premium today, got my $19 MLB pickoff play. Got picked off in extra innings with the Rangers last night, but looking to bounce back strong today. Also got a Saturday MLB triple play for you guys as well for $39.95. Or it's like I've said all show, best way to go is long term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, all the way up to a year, whether it's just with me or someone else, part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Anyone you saw on the show here, you're going to get 2 cappers working for you for one great price. I also got my 3-day wild weekend all access pass for $69, cheaper than the normal price for the 3-day pass. And like I said, just a great value across the board at Pick Dogs Premium, and definitely something that you guys should look at. But you know what? I'm trying to stretch this out a little bit. You know what? Why not? I'm going to toss you guys one of my free premium plays. I'm going to toss you the NHL play, give you a taste of what you can find with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. I'm going to go with the over between the Kraken and the Stars. Simply a case if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You watch this entire series and how this series is shaken out. And you even go back to the regular season. These 2 teams, for whatever reason, play high-scoring games, and it hasn't been your prototypical playoff series in terms of goal scoring and defense. Like I said, we've had all the games in this series have at least hit 6 goals, and go back to the regular season. Like I said, 8 straight with all 3 meetings in the regular season seeing 7 or more goals. Normally what can happen is, and we saw this a lot in last year's playoffs, and we're seeing it this year as well, is you find 1 or 2 series where one thing just hits the entire series. You know, for the Oilers and Golden Knights, for the most part, it's been the under. For this series, it's been the over. You know, you just find sort of one angle that just you ride throughout the series and it just doesn't stop hitting. And for me in this series, that has been the over between the Kraken and the Stars. So I'm going to take the over 6. I think worst case scenario here, you get a push, but I don't think that happens. I think we're getting at least 7 goals in this thing. So I'm going to take the over 6, Kraken and the Stars. Thank you guys for tuning in and tune in for us and helping us out by smashing that like button. Give you guys a free premium play from me today. But that's our morning show. Unfortunately, it was just a small card today. Only a few cappers on. We were able to stretch this out nearly to half an hour. Hopefully we'll have a few more people coming on tomorrow. But again, appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. We couldn't do this without your love and support. We're almost at 130,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. And said it's all because of your guys' love and support. And make sure that you have notifications turned on so that you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops, when we go live, whether it's the morning show, the drive through, any of our videos. I'm going to have my home run prop video up for you guys soon. Mike Davis's first 5 and underdog videos just went up this morning. Ron's rundown, all the daily game videos over at Pick Dogs as well. So make sure you guys go on over and check those out for today's action. But again, thank you so much. We will see you guys soon. And let's cash some tickets on Saturday.